My name is Jean Perroni. I am Director of Mission Opérationnelle Transfrontalière, which means cross-border operational mission. It's a public agency based in Paris, and we are working to help cross-border stakeholders all around borders of France to build projects and to build cross-border public services and to organize cross-border governance. So what are borders today? For us, borders are open because mainly French borders are internal European borders, which means that we have the free movement of trade, of business, of goods, of people, of services. And so what we do is really to take account of the flows that go across the borders. For instance, we have around France more than 400,000 people crossing the border every day to work. It's 20% of the overall figure in Europe, which is 2 million. And so these people they design new territories. We are very fond of the concept of cross-border territories because these workers and all the people that cross the border also to buy things or to see people the other side of the border, they create new functional areas. And these areas can be cross-border agglomerations. Around France, we have very big cross-border agglomerations, such as Greater Geneva, because the suburbs of Geneva are in France. We have also such cases around Basel. We have also Strasbourg with an extension of the conurbation the other side of the Rhine in Germany, in Kehl. And we have also Lille, Kortrijk, Tournai on the French-Belgian border, and so on. We have also more, I would say, natural or rural areas that are also places where people live in a cross-border context. I can give the example of a region at the border between France and Spain, in Cerdanya, where there is a cross-border hospital which is working as well for the French and the Spanish people. And so all these public services create places where we try to forget the border. On the other hand, the border is still there because the regulations, the legislations remain caught in the national frameworks, and sometimes the language is different, and always the legislation and the culture, the political organization is different. So it means that we have, in the same time, something that is open and with new life basins, I would say. And on the other hand, we have to manage the border, which is still there. And so we have also to work with the national authorities that have to connect and to coordinate across the border. And of course, we have also to work with the European Union, which is basically the organization that makes it possible to cooperate across the border because of the four freedoms and the single market, but also with the help that the EU is delivering towards cross-border cooperation, funding that is called Interreg. And so the point is also about now, as in times where the border seems to be back, in France we have some migration flows. I would say less than other countries because some countries in Europe are very attractive, like UK or like Germany. And for instance, in France, we have flows that cross the country to go to Calais, and the people want to try to take a boat or a train. But in France, we had also the case of the terrorist attacks, and so the French government put some control again on the borders. It's possible within the Schengen Agreement not to stop the free movement, but to have control again for limited time. And we are still in this moment where there are some controls, and I would say that both this reality of terrorist risk and also this reality of migration led to these controls coming again. In fact, they are not so much perturbating now. I mean, I don't speak there about the case of Calais, which is a very specific areas where migrants are there and they cannot cross, and that's a specific problem. But on most of the borders, ordinary life happily has been going on, and the controls didn't create or no longer create a big mess now, because of course it makes sometimes the traffic heavier, but it's a sort of general state of these borders that are very much crossed, and so we have generally congestion. And so the point is not really about the real impact of these controls, but it's rather in the heads, because suddenly the people have rethought the borders as something necessary, and there is a sort of request for some people, and not for all the people, but for some people there is a sort of request that the borders should be closed again, perhaps also to protect against globalization, or and so some politicians, not all the politicians, but some politicians a little bit build on that to develop nationalist ideas. And so it's a real tricky moment for us who want to have this cross-border integration and this European integration, because we think that this integration is a win-win game, and we think that cooperation is the solution and not the problem. But on the other hand, we have now to explain it more clearly. Politicians have to explain more clearly to people that in fact the solutions should be found at the European level. For instance, the issues of migrants, they have to be organized at the European level, and we have also to control external borders, but within the internal through the internal borders, the point is to leave them open so as we can cooperate.